Well, with temperatures climbing and heat alerts in effect across the area, health experts are warning that older adults face a much higher risk of serious heat-related illness. From dehydration to heat stroke, the dangers can escalate quickly, especially for those with underlying health conditions or limited access to cooling. Joining us this morning is Shavita Kotval with Green Spring Senior Living to talk about how seniors, caregivers, family members can stay safe during this heat wave. So important, such important reminders, I should say. Shavita, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, look, older adults, they're among the most vulnerable during a heat wave. So why does extreme heat pose such a risk for our seniors, even if they're indoors?
So as we get older, the body mechanisms to regulate the body temperature become slower. And the seniors, they also sweat much less. There is less blood flow to the skin. Also, they could be on some medications that can interfere with their body temperature regulation. They can have some chronic medical conditions like hypertension, diabetes, asthma. They can and thyroid diseases, they can interfere with the body temperature regulation and the sweating mechanisms. So because of that, they can be more prone to the dangers of heat.
What a good reminder. So for someone checking in on an older person or maybe a caregiver or neighbor, what's a good safety checklist to run through?
Yeah, that's a very good question because it's very important to check on our neighbors and older family members because sometimes we have to make sure they have the air conditioning available and it is on. Sometimes older people have dementia or other medical conditions where they do not even recognize the importance of switching on the air conditioning. So we have to look for those signs. Also, sometimes they can be more confused, they can be sweating more, or they can be weak, they can be falling. So if those warning signs are there, we have to make sure we take care of our older adults. And we have to keep reminding them to drink more fluids.
One last question. For those who are living with dementia, Alzheimer's, there are other risks that these conditions pose, correct?
Yeah, that is true. So, first of all, like I said, they would not be sitting in the air conditioning. They will forget. They will just take a blanket and put that on them because they cannot recognize the importance of staying cool. Like at Senior Living, Erickson Senior Living, we do emphasize on proactive wellness, resident safety, and education year round. And we educate our residents about all these things so that they are safe and they stay cool, especially during the heat warning.
Well, we appreciate that, and also the good tips, the reminders, especially for caregivers who have so much on their minds or looking in on our elderly neighbors and loved ones. Shavita Kotval, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.